Here are the Tomei Arms Turbo upgrades that I worked on. The only thing that I did with this is I upgraded the turbine wheels, just the exhaust wheels, to a TD05H 9-blade turbine, replacing the TD05 12-blade turbines that they had. The difference in measurement, the TD05 turbine is 47 millimeter and the TD05H turbine is 49 millimeter. The compressor wheels are 18G wheels. We changed these out from a cast compressor wheel to a billet 18G compressor wheel that is higher, or it's taller than the factory wheel, so they extend out to catch more air.
What'd you have to do, go with a bigger turbine?
Yeah, we did a TD05H turbine, so that's 49 millimeter.
Right.
The factory turbine is only 47 millimeter.
Right.
I had to machine it out.
They look good.
Yeah. Perfect. I had to make my own tools to do the machining on the turbine housings on this one, but the good thing about that is that I also need the same tool to do the machining on the Tomei Arms upgrade for the RB26. There are other turbo upgrade options for this turbo, but one I did here was a pretty simple upgrade that I did. Mainly what I was trying to do is just trying to repair these turbos and do a billet replacement wheel on them. Now, as far as the upgrade options, there's a 20G, so that's 52.6 millimeter, and then you could go to a 55.5. There's also a 58 millimeter and a 60.5 millimeter compressor wheel. The turbine wheel options for this turbo, there's the one that I put in it, which is a 49. Stock was 47, and the other replacements are a 54 millimeter TD06 SL2, and well, there's also a 55 by 65 TD06 turbine. That's a 12 blade. Then there's a 58.8 by 67.2. I think the 58.8 is probably too big though, because I don't think it would leave any gasket surface or any surface for the gasket to seal for the outlet of the turbine housing. To do those upgrades, it's not really any more complicated than what I already did. The difference is I don't know if I can machine it out comfortably and leave enough material where it won't have problems later on. But if it is possible to do the largest upgrade, that would make each turbo good for over 600 horsepower, in some cases good up to 650 horsepower per turbo, which would give you the capability of having 1200 plus horsepower, a 1200 horsepower setup on the Skyline GTR with these turbos, which is pretty cool that that it has the capability of doing that. Reasonably, I think the upgrade that we did here is plenty enough power, especially for a street car, and if they wanted to go even bigger, to go to the TD06 SL2 turbine and maybe a 20G compressor wheel would also be a good combination for its turbo setup, good for around 1,000 horsepower. That concludes this whole video. If you want to see the upgrade I did for the factory turbos, you can search my channel and watch the previous video that I made on the Skyline turbo upgrade. And if you're also needing to repair a turbo like this and need rebuild kit parts, I'll link to all the parts used in the description box in case you want to purchase those.